Hey Pectus Warriors, it's Riley Byrne from FixPectus.com. In today's video, I want to talk about the vacuum bell, and I want to talk about how effective it really is. So the vacuum bell, for those of you who don't know, a device that you put on your sternum and you pump it, and it provides like a suction and it actually lifts your sternum. And it does work. The results really do vary. If you're still growing, it's going to work best. And by best, I mean it's going to work really, really well, especially if you use it diligently as per your doctor's or vacuum bell provider's advice, which they typically recommend multiple hours a day for a year plus. It's the people who do that and they do it for a year or two that they get an actual permanent lift of their chest when they are still growing. Okay, so if you're 8 to 18 in that range, then it's going to work really well, and it provides a really great option for people to lift their chest without going down the surgical route. I would really recommend it in more moderate cases. That's when it's going to have the best effect. If you have a really mild pectus, I really think just with exercise and proper training, proper bodybuilding, you can really just mask it. If you have a moderate case, then the vacuum bell can be great, especially if you're 8 to 18 in that growing age. If you have a severe case, the vacuum bell also will be great. It probably won't make your chest completely flat though. So what I've seen from my clients and I've seen from the studies is there's just a percentage lift, and it's normally a couple centimeters. So say you have a 3 centimeter indent and you're 14 years old, the vacuum bell, if you use it diligently for a year plus, every day, consistently, to the right suction, to the right recommendations of your provider, will probably end up lifting your sternum to about a 1 centimeter indent. But let's say you have a really deep pectus, a really severe case, let's just 7 centimeters deep. The vacuum bell might lift your pectus to be 4 centimeters deep. So you're still going to get amazing results. It's going to make it a lot less noticeable, but it's not going to really make your chest completely flat. Another thing to note is if your pectus is that deep, like 7, 8 centimeters, surgery really can be a good option, because often when your pectus is that deep, there's other health complications associated with it. If you have pectus excavatum, you get a scan, you get the severity assessed, you see if there's any heart or lung health complications, and then you take the appropriate action. If it is just a cosmetic case, so just visual, just the way you look, it's not actually affecting your health, non-surgical means like the vacuum bell, like exercise, are great. And so I just wanted to really clarify though, because I see a lot of adults buying the vacuum bell, which is fine. I've even recommended it to some of my clients in some circumstances. But the reality is if you're an adult with the vacuum bell, you're probably not going to get a permanent and very substantial lift. Now, the data on this is so limited, and I'm doing my best to help the pectus community as much as I can and find out as much information as I can. And so I sent an email to my email list, which is like 8,000 people with pectus, and to ask their experience on the vacuum bell to gather some more data. And I got some really, again, mixed results. It really seems to depend. And I think one of the biggest things that will affect the outcome is how diligently you are with consistently using it. Okay, but what I found with the adults who replied is they basically all have some degree of a maintenance use. So the ones who have had a positive result and they're like, dude, it works for adults, they're still using it. Okay, whether it's once a week, it's not as much application to maintain that lift, but they are still using it. None of them replied to me saying they've completely stopped, which was very interesting. So whereas if you're a kid and you're growing, you can actually permanently change your chest wall. That's what the studies say anyway, and that's what I've seen with clients. Whereas with an adult, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a permanent change. There's still going to be some level of maintenance required. Consideration when you're looking at buying a vacuum bell, and look into the consideration of how severe really is your pectus. Okay, and so hopefully this is a really good guide for you guys as to whether you should buy the vacuum bell or not. To look at your age, look at the severity of your pectus, consider whether your case is just cosmetic, consider what you want the end outcome to be, okay? If you just want to be confident in your body and you have a mild case, really exercise, my program, my coaching, a proper program that's going to help you sculpt your body, open up your posture, that'll be all you need. If you have a deeper case or you just really want that sternum lift, then look into the vacuum bell. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there so people don't think it's some magic device for adults, okay? It's pretty magical, it's a pretty cool concept. Eckhart Tolle, a guy in Germany, invented it. I'm sure it's changed thousands of people's lives and really help them build confidence in their bodies. So anyway guys, that's just my summary on the vacuum bell. I hope this was helpful. I feel like it was due for an update. As I said, go through your medical system. That is generally the best approach. You can get a doctor's advice as he's personally looked through your case. Otherwise, if you need to go for an online provider, I've found there's a lot of scams out there. I was looking at vacuum bells and I saw a vacuum bell on Alibaba, a cheap one, which lots of people are selling. the suction's going to break. It's not going to last the time that you need it to last to actually see out the application and get a permanent result. So don't get a cheap one. Pectus Healing seem to have the best quality from what I've seen online. If you can't go through your medical system for some reason, or you want to buy one online, and they have an onboard doctor. I've got a code for you guys, Pectus PT, which will save you money on that. So you could inquire with them and see if they think it's going to be a good fit, inquire with their doctor, use their sizing cutout to get the right size. That's another very important thing with the vacuum bell. You want the right size. Now, my transformation is not with the vacuum bell, it's exercise alone. Recently, I just wanted to try it to see what it was like. So anyway, guys, thank you. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.